listen, they walk through fire. Bodies weary, spirits tested, but from the ashes they rose brighter. Two women, two warriors, and two women, two warriors, two stories stitched with love. Scars don't chain us down, they're maps of battles won. We rise together, stronger than before, turning pain to power, opening the door. Voices like a lighthouse, shining through the storm. The strength of a woman is to rise and rise once more. The world whispered, too hard, too heavy. They answered back, watch us. Even when the pain tried to break them, they move the mountains with love. Oh, we rise together, stronger than before, turning pain to power, opening the door. Voices like a lighthouse, shining.
Woo! I know.
Happy week, sister. How are you?
Hey. Oh my gosh, girl, you just about seen me flying over across the sea today. It was almost me today.
Oh no. Well, I almost did it too because I hear something going crack, crack, crack. And I think, what is that? And I start listening. I can hear it out my door, and my dog's outside. And if you know about my dog, she's gonna get the 4 people. Okay, I love her more than life, but I also am going to destroy her life. So I ran out there real quick to see what she was destroying, and sure enough, she's got a piece of Tupperware out there that I gave her extra food because I'm nice, and she's out there tearing it up. So we'll have to deal with that after. What is up, everybody? Hello. Put a heart in the chat if
That's
you
right.
are having a freaking great week. And you know what? Put a heart in the chat if you aren't having a great week, because we are here to tell you this is all about creating the best day, the best week, the best month, whatever that looks like. You might have a moment of craziness, but all that is, everything is temporary anyway.
That's right. I want
Yeah.
to remind you that this podcast we only open up to awareness and information. We want to encourage you to be your own advocate and seek medical advice whenever you're looking for anything.
But I don't look like a professional.
Well, I mean, you do. I don't right now. I look like a hot mess.
Are you kidding me? You've never looked like a hot mess. But I have green drown hair. But we're gonna see how it works. So y'all let me know about the hair color, what y'all think.
But
Oh, Effie, thanks for being over here on the YouTube, man.
that's right. Whenever you were on the other platform that we're all on before we start the podcast, I couldn't see it very well, but it goes really good. If anybody's watching on YouTube, let Jarita know how pretty her hair is today. Because I mean, it just stands out on top of your little background.
Oh, it does. Thank you. Thank you, Denise. You're so nice.
I
You're
think
so
it's
nice.
beautiful, beautiful. So guys, just
Today.
remember, we're not professionals, so
She's not.
you gotta do. I'm not. I'm definitely not a professional.
She's like way more of a professional than me. No, but seriously, you guys, this is just meant to get you to raise your own brow, to go do your own research, to maybe be inspired. I'm going to tell y'all, we've got a bunch of special stuff coming up. We're going to be out here interviewing everyday people. What's up, Jeff, over on YouTube? Thank you guys again for coming out. We love you all today. And this week, this month, we are going to continue to focus on health awareness about vision, heart awareness. This is Heart Month. Maybe we want to get Courtney up in here. We were talking about Big Tank. We all know that he just had heart surgery. So we're trying to do some things in the background just to raise awareness because again, those types of things, cancer, heart disease, they don't discriminate. Ha ha. It
Yeah,
doesn't matter who you are. They don't care about your age, your color, or your gender, dude.
that's right.
It's
They
just
don't.
there to survive like you are. And this isn't about fear. It is about awareness, adaptation, and protecting
Yeah,
ourself, our independence to go out and look about these things on our own and decide what works for us the best. Because sometimes the warrior journey isn't about pushing harder. It's about learning new ways to live and become aware of the surroundings.
that's right. That's right. It's very important. And, since this is actually Black History Month, we are going to throw some extra things in there because we want to make sure that we acknowledge all these important things. And there's a lot of things that I didn't realize that adds into this medical portion that I didn't even realize. So you're going to see.
I do love that we talk about this because it seems like we've been played against each other. And again, when I think of America, I think black, white, brown.
Mhm.
These are our brothers and sisters. So we want to make sure to highlight the warrior journey they've gone through.
Yeah,
And we are definitely going to take time over the next few weeks to do that, little bits here and there. So you guys stay tuned for that. Make sure that you are hitting like, subscribe, and the little bell. Look at my new
right.
little bell. Do you like it?
Oh, that's a new one.
Dainty.
I love it. I love it. I love it. So, this week we are talking about vision awareness and excuse me,
Macular.
macular degeneration and low vision can really affect reading, driving, recognizing faces. Did you realize that? Did y'all know that it could make that big of a difference in your life and makes daily tasks even harder? So for many people, it does come gradually, but sometimes it does happen kind of quick, but then it's very scary. So whenever that kind of
That
thing
would
happens,
be so scary.
girl, I mean, my husband has worn glasses all his life. Not, nothing specific to this, but he's worn glasses since he was like 3 years old.
Wow.
And when he doesn't wear his glasses, he
You
can't
can't see
see much
anything.
of anything. I mean, I can't imagine that. And think about some of these people that are starting to lose their vision and they look outside and they can't see the beautiful colors. I mean, that right there that just breaks my heart. You
I
know.
got a story for you. So my best friend that passed away during my cancer journey, which by the way, touch your tits and your bits. I've had a double
Right.
mastectomy from cancer. We always talk about cancer in here because again, another thing that doesn't discriminate. But anyways, back to my story. My friend Jason, he was like my best friend. We learned how to play guitar together, and he learned after he went blind from a poison in his blood, an infection in his blood.
And he got that
So
from a cut, right?
yes, from a cut on his ankle helping a friend move. Some
And
weird ass disease. So
talking about
y'all, little things can really hurt you. Again,
man,
we want to bring awareness, not fear, but get yourself checked out. If you got red around your stuff, it's probably infected. Bad
mhm,
things can happen.
that's
Bad
right.
things can happen to good people just in a little
Yeah,
cut. So
that's right.
please keep aware of these things. And again, it affected his vision. Can you imagine trying to play guitar? And I always challenged myself, and I still do it, even though he's gone now, to challenge myself to not look. It's
Mhm.
so hard. I don't know how he did that.
Yeah.
I do not know how he did that. Mm-mm.
Well, and you think like, I mean, whenever they say when you lose a sense, some of your other
Something has
senses
been
get
heightened.
stronger and they pick
He
up
would say
that.
that.
Yeah.
He says, I can feel it. He goes, after a while,
Mhm.
and I can too, but once I get messed up off it, I would have to recalibrate everything. It's just not the same as just looking down and being like, okay, back to G. Because for me, that's
Yeah,
center, right? That's center for
right.
me. I don't know what it is for everybody else. But for me, that's center. And I would have to recalibrate everything. And I don't
Yeah.
know. But to learn that from there, not to see first and then learn it, but just learn it from that, it just
Yeah.
would be, that blows my mind. So it can be done. But again, if we can help, like taking your vitamins, getting plenty of rest,
Yep.
the proper nutrition. I'm going to start growing food. I'm going to encourage everybody to grow food too. I'm going to show my journey even when I kill stuff.
Yeah.
I don't want to kill anything though.
I don't have a green thumb.
I'm not good. I'm hoping this hair, I said this earlier. I was like, this hair will give me a green.
There you go. There's your green thumb starter right there.
Right here, right here.
Guys, just remember that these are not just the diagnoses and things like that, that's not the warrior's full journey, right? That's the start of their story.
That's the
It
start of the
goes
catalyst for
next.
creativity. That's what that is that catalyst for
That's
creativity. Because
right.
then you're learning, you've got new tools, you're doing different things, and also you're meeting different people, and you have this opportunity. And I felt like almost a responsibility to bring awareness to other people, which is why when you said you want to do the podcast, I was like, yeah, I love talking about everything awareness. I
Yeah,
want to become hyper aware.
yeah, absolutely.
It,
And
it might
remember,
be an infection. Big said if your thumb is green, it might be an infection. What's up, Saints? Thanks for
it's
coming
called
over.
gangrene.
Good Lord. All right. So, but I want to touch on something because you say something in our notes here. It says asking for help when needed. I
Mm,
know a lot of us don't like to ask for help. I hate asking for help. I have pride and I feel like I didn't do anything to deserve that help. You know what I mean? But
yep.
in hindsight, you have. And you
Mhm.
can't, and I love to help people, and I can't help other people sometimes if I haven't been helped. If I didn't have help during that mastectomy journey and that reconstruction journey, I wouldn't be here able to help anybody else. So, hey, what's
Right.
up? Nice to meet you, Dara. Um,
Yeah.
I would say that asking for help is brave.
Yeah, it
It
is.
is an act of bravery. So quit sitting there thinking that you're not good enough for it. It's
That's
not that
right.
at all.
That's right.
Everybody needs a little help. We were meant to walk together in this life, not alone.
Yeah, and you were saying that whenever you think of people, you don't think, of a single color or gender or anything like that. We all have hearts. It doesn't matter who you are. When we were talking about these things that
I'm
don't
pretty sure they
discriminate,
bleed the same color.
that's right. We all bleed the same color. Some might be thicker, some might be thinner, but we all bleed the same color. So, guys, you need to remember these things. When you see somebody, and if you see that they might need help, lend a hand. You know,
Oh, the scariest thing happened today. Speaking of, this water bottle saved a life. So I
mm,
was in my little store today and I went through like 6 or 7 pallets of stuff for my store today. And there was a lady in there too that I see all the time. And she brought her 3 kids today.
mhm.
And one of the kids was laying on the ground. I didn't think anything of it. She went and picked him up, and I didn't think anything about it. I was like, "Oh, he would get along with Jackie. They get bored real easy." And on Mondays, I leave Jackie with Tony if I can because it's a little intense. Well, she starts freaking out. Can someone water, water? She can't speak good English. Can I have water, water? And I always have water. And I
Mhm.
looked over, and this child had wet himself. He
Mm.
was completely out of it and he needed water immediately. So
Oh,
you're like pouring
no.
in his hand and pouring it all over him and fanning this child. That happened today. Being
Wow.
aware. Do you know
Yep.
there were about because it's there's like a public place right around there too, and people just walking by and nobody even noticing.
Yeah.
Nobody like in plethora. Nobody even noticed. I don't know what
They
happened
may
to
have
it.
noticed, just not acknowledged,
Yeah, I
right?
don't know. Maybe that too. Maybe they didn't want to get involved. I don't know. But then there were a couple of people, and you could tell they were like mothers, kind of concerned too. And she had to take him out in the back of this thing, and her other kids were sitting in a buggy, like where she was doing her stuff. And we were all just kind of watching those kids, and they were kind of freaking out because they don't know us well. Again, we don't speak
Right.
their language. So just being aware, because at first I just thought this kid was, playing around, but I'm pretty sure that's why he laid on the ground. He just freaking was about to pass out, dude.
Oh my gosh,
Drink
man.
your water. Take a deep breath, everybody.
Right. That's
Love
right.
yourself. Self care is
Have
a
a sip.
legacy.
Have a sip. Self-care. That's part
Let's
of it.
go. A
Take
sip
that.
of self care.
So, since we've been talking about Black History Month, let's add in a couple of little things. We've got a warrior spotlight right here. Did
Yeah.
you know? Well, I'll just go through this. It's meaningful to recognize that access to eye care and treatment hasn't always been equal.
That's fun.
Many advances came from physicians who worked to bring care to underdeserved communities. Underserved, not underdeserved. I said underdeserved. Underserved communities. One powerful example was Patricia Bath. Do you know who she was?
No, but you know what? That's my grandmother's name, so I already
Oh,
love
really?
her.
She had to be a great person then, right?
She was amazing. I'm telling you, this lady, before I even read,
That's
she was
right.
amazing.
She was the first Black female physician to receive a medical patient.
Patent.
And she,
Patent. A medical patent.
Excuse me. Gosh,
I know you said you were. I got you. I'm right
told
behind
you.
you, girl.
So she was I knew it was patent. She was the inventor of a device that improved cataract surgeries. It's
Ooh.
called, I'm going to try to say this right, laser Phaco, or LASERPHACO probe. I don't think that's in the notes. I looked it up because I wanted to know what she invented. But it's
I'm like, where are you getting this from?
I wrote it down. I looked it up a few minutes. That's what I was doing when y'all were chatting, was I was looking it up because I wanted to have the word. It was she was a global advocate for blindness prevention. And her work helped protect vision for thousands of people worldwide.
Worldwide. Now I got her doing it.
So, so she was a warrior in another sense. So she was the warrior with the skills to help with that.
Skills to
Whereas
pay the
these
bills.
warriors we say warriors are everywhere. You don't have to be going through something. You could be helping with something, right? So
I say advocacy is your best tool. You went through your warrior battle. Now you're out there advocating for other people. Now you're the general, mofo. Get out there. And that's why I said you almost have a responsibility. And I love that because vision, care, access absolutely matters. It's a real community need. Innovation often comes from people solving real problems. So you see a need, you feel a need. I love that it's from robots. I think it's one of the greatest sayings there is, along with great power comes great responsibilities. There are great things put in these movies, these things that we absorb every day, and some of them are funny, but some of them just ring so freaking loud true. You know what I mean? It's just, I don't know. But protecting these independence for everyone, keyword everyone, to move freely this way, that's the real warrior move. And we should always be protecting each other instead of coming against each other like we've been doing. Why aren't we looking and establishing those good connections? Those common ground connections. We talk about common ground here all the time. I have no idea. We all are going to have differences. Why would we ever focus on that? None of us 100% agree with everything each other says, not even our own spouses.
That's right. That's right. And you know what? I think that's what makes us human.
It what makes us unique. It what gives us sympathy, empathy. Either you've been there and can relate, or you haven't been there, but you can feel what that might feel like.
Yep.
And I'm going to keep my mouth shut. I'm like,
well, I am going to, since we're talking about the eye stuff, I am going to flip over to the other page because we do have a little bit of information, guys. We've got a few resources. I just want to throw that in there that we're going to add to YouTube. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the description on YouTube and I'm going to add those few resources. But remember, advocate for yourself because there may be little mess ups in the typing.
That might not go with your medication or your specific diabetic diet or whatever the case may be. So again, things are just a little outline and then you take it in your world, you examine it and do with it what you will. Remember that. What's up, Tank? We saw you. Yep. Don't act like you coming in here unseen.
That's right. So we're going to throw that in there, guys. We're going to throw those resources in there onto the YouTube description. I will put in as much as it will allow me to put in. So if anybody wants to come in behind the scenes, like DM me or Jarita, we're always happy to give you those resources if you reach out to us. If you have any resources of your own, let us know. Put them in our DMs and we'll
put them in the comments. Yep. If they suck, we'll erase them.
Well, what we are going to do, we've been talking about building a resource page. And so that's what we're going to do is build us a resource page that has all of the information and we'll break it down by the discussions that we have. So you can go in and check on those resources. So that's one of the things that we have our goal in for this year is getting those resources in there for y'all.
I love that. Thank you so much. And she does a lot of work behind the scenes. There are a lot of little things that go behind the scenes, which is why right now we're only live on Mondays at about 4:30 p.m. Central. We restream everywhere, but while we're both moving and moving through health journeys, and I'm literally moving, we are just going to keep this at once a week, and then we'll have some special times come in. If that changes later, we'll let you guys know. But as of right now, we're keeping it because we want to keep this very grounded. We want to keep it full of value. And I
Right.
feel like focusing on these things a little at a time is the way we can do that. And I love that you put some things that we can do right now to help our eye be more friendly to us.
That's right.
Put things like leafy greens,
Yep.
colorful vegetables. I love an array of colors on my plate.
Me too.
Omega-3 rich foods. And some of these things go good for your heart too. And this is Heart Health Month. And I know that omega-3 is one of those things. And we always say stay hydrated. I just gave a perfect example. I was just a kid, a resilient kid. What do you think can happen to you when you get a Charlie horse? That's because you are not hydrated, dude. And I love it. Again, we're just talking about awareness, not perfection. These small choices over time make a big thing. If you do something a little bit one time a day for 365 days, does that not make a huge house at the end of it? And I say house because I think I can build a whole house in that.
That's right. That's
I
right.
watch it all the time on YouTube. They dig out a house, they got a moat and everything, man.
Oh yeah, right.
That.
Absolutely.
I
Absolutely.
want to go build one of those with those people. So again, if you start stacking today, by the end of the year, you're going to have a whole little mansion for yourself. So little steps, baby steps.
So
And like this one too. I
you
bet
put
you
all
make
those
this.
vegetables in a pot, you can make gumbo.
Do you know how to make gumbo? Don't you? I knew it. Oh, send
Today
me your
is
recipe.
today is
Mm,
gumbo day. So if you are looking at all those colorful, fun vegetables and wanting to make sure that you get some of those
that's a
proteins,
great
you can
idea.
hear my dog in the background. She's
Throw
mad because I'm not talking to her. Throw those suckers in a pot and make
them in a pot. Make your eyes and heart healthy.
That's right. Make your own gumbo. Gumbo is a community meal. That brings lots of people together.
Food brings people together. That's why we have fellowship. When you have
That's right.
fellowship, you have food.
That's right. So you use all those full, colorful ingredients and throw it in there and bring it to your table.
Share and share alike. I love it.
Right.
I love it. Oh, please go die. Oh, please.
Uh-oh. So when vision changes happen, community matters more than ever. Remember that. And that's another way that you can share that. Share things with your community. If you need help, ask your community. If you need to serve, serve your community. Anybody can do that. Staying connected and maintaining that. Keep it open, right? Open that up and let people know that you're there. If you're willing to be that community supporter, make sure that you let people know that.
I
So,
love that. I was talking to one of those ladies this morning talking about, and there's another guy in the mornings. If you guys come on here after Denise's show, Elevated Bliss, and if you look down here, Bree Talks, if you follow her, that's her husband. They do some amazing things, and there's a guy in there named Shanko, and he feeds his community. They have a little thing where you can donate. And I just absolutely love this space. I'm in there 99% of the mornings. I get my crazy news in there, and I call it my crazy news because I'm not trying to be following this crowd of people. So just call me crazy, please.
yeah.
And I love it. It is literally my favorite space. And my husband and I are now on the same level talking about the things we talk about in that space. And it's fun, it's enlightening. It will make you angry, it'll make you want to solve something. So, and I'm here to solve problems, right? And I love to go in there, and becoming aware of something is how you solve things.
Yep.
It's all absolutely related. Everything that we can think of, we show it to y'all every week, but I'm going to say it again. Everything's connected and everyone is connected. So when you're becoming aware of other people, you are in turn becoming aware of yourself because you're making space for that person. You're holding space for those people or that idea, that whole community, whatever it may be.
Yeah, for sure. I 100% agree with that.
Honoring it, there's so many different ways here that this type of awareness, just awareness itself, pulls us together again. This is what we focus on, common ground.
And don't close your eyes to it. Keep your eyes and your mind open to those things.
Another reason why I go in there in the mornings because there is no eye closed in there. If you got a third eye, it's open, a sixth eye. I got 8 eyes open right now myself. So
Yeah. Well, so what is one way that you've adapted to change in your life this week? Throw it in the comments.
so
Adapting, not giving up.
I could say not speaking on certain things when you really want to say something. That's one way I've adapted.
Holding my breath.
I'm holding my tongue. I'm holding my tongue.
Yeah, there's lots of things that we can do, and then we can change, and then we can move. Um, yeah, I could definitely say a whole lot on the adapting thing today. Lots of things happen, and you have to take a deep breath sometimes.
I'm
Sometimes
utilizing my moving boxes as small tables.
sweet. That's a good plus. How close are y'all? I'm going to go ahead and ask you out loud. How close are y'all to getting moved?
Okay, so we're supposed to find out if we can insure the house with a roof right now. And if not, we'll have further negotiations, but I'm hoping they'll say yes and that the roof will be good, you know. And then if we get insurance and something happens, you know, maybe we can fix it later because it's obviously insured right now. And that's okay. So that doesn't really make sense to me. So we're trying to find that out today. And then March 11th is when we're hoping to close and get keys. So, but I have a lot of stuff here, including my boutique here.
Mhm.
And I'm just cleaning out and revising and refreshing and you know, we like to leave a place better than where we found it, so I'll touch up paint here. We're actually going to paint their garage for them even though it wasn't painted when we got here because we've made more of a mess on it even than was before, and it just looks nice painted, you know, just a little quick white coat. We don't usually do the ceiling. I'll clean that off with a broom, and then we'll do the walls and at least have that for them. So we have a lot of work like that to do here, and it's not that the house is trash or anything, but you know, like I know that one part has a bang from when we first moved in, and I want to touch that up with some mud and then paint over it, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It's just a little, you know, where the joists come together and you have that metal over it.
Mhm.
That's what's showing of this sheetrock is the metal when two come together.
Yeah.
So I want to fix those little things like that for her, and it'll take at least a month. And then when we move into the other house, we want to paint that garage before we move in. And he said he's going to put flake down on that floor and his floor, but I don't know if he's going to do it on my floor because I told him he cannot put his scooters in my garage that I need that area. He'll have to figure it out somewhere else. I don't care
Then you'll
where
have
it
to
is.
adapt again.
Yes, because you ain't put it in my office area. It's the only I'm giving up 500 square feet of this house. If you do not put me in that garage, I am going to burst. Someone will be adapting for sure, and it's not gonna be me. Not gonna be me. Thank you, Bree
But
Bree.
remember, guys, that's just a thing to let you know. Adapt. Rethink it. Open your eyes to any situation.
Consider this. Consider this. Is moving forward like it's you say it is moving forward differently and that still counts, and I love that. Again, going back to that, adversity is a catalyst for creativity. You
Mhm.
can still move through it, dude, just different, and sometimes it's really cool. Sometimes you can invent something to help others. What if you make a whole invention out of becoming creative against your adversity? What if it made you a millionaire? Would you be mad about that adversity then? Hmm? Would ya?
That would be nice. I don't have to be a millionaire. I could just be what is it? A thousandaire. We'll call it that. Give me a
We
few
can be a
$1,000.
100,000-aire. I'm cool. I'm down with being 100,000-aire.
Oh, right? I don't have to
Never
be a
heard of that, but it
millionaire.
seems like it should be a thing. We're
It could be a
100,000-aires.
thousandaire.
I think that's where they came in with the word six figures, actually. But that sounds so
Eh.
gold diggerish.
It doesn't sound near as good as millionaire.
Or 100,000-aire. Okay, I like 100,000-aire. So I want
Okay.
to encourage you guys to stick around at the end for the mantra. We're gonna do some breathing and things like that. Again, think about being still. We talk about this all the time, being still and reflecting. There is a reason that we are here together. There's a reason that we need time apart too. And that is when we can be quiet and listen. And that's when the universe shows you all those cool synchronicities we talk about. That's when you take that moment. Even in your chaos, if you just stop for a second, like, have you ever been in the middle of a crowd and just went like, and just looked around and noticed what everybody's doing around you? Sometimes you're like, man, am I part of this chaos? Sometimes I do that. And I really encourage you guys to slow down, take a breath, and we'll see you on Monday, 4 p.m. Look for those resources in the description in Facebook and on YouTube. Will they let us put it in Facebook from here? We're going to have to do that externally.
I'll have to do it externally.
All right. Are they all the ones at the end of our notes? Yep.
Yep.
I got it.
Yep.
All right. Y'all be looking for that. Check out her mantra. I love you all. Go create your best day.
See y'all Monday. Adaptation is honored in all its forms. Care is given to the life being lived. Change is met with honesty and clarity. What supports independence is protected. Strength lives in the choosing, grounded, intentional, and true.
From limitations to liberation, we are a warrior's journey. Different battles, same mission. Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Central.